Hello, I hope you are well. I left our home for the first time all week today, this morning. I am naturally quite the homebody, and we've had some rainy days and it just felt right to stay at home. So here we are, first time I got dressed and ready this week, but I was able to hang out with my friend Faith this morning, which was lovely because it's always lovely. We hang out with our kids a lot, which is wonderful, or like in group settings with other friends and stuff, but it was our first time hanging out just us without the little ones since my son was born. So it was really lovely to get in full interrupted conversations and spend time together. We went to a really yummy bakery, and then we went to a photo booth at a coffee shop, got some photo strips. I love to have these for scrapbooks, bulletin boards. They're really a nice little tangible moment. And then we went antique shopping, which I did find some gems. I found these vintage cards for welcoming a baby. So they came in a set of 2. There's this one, a new baby, congratulations. And here's the one on the back, to welcome baby. They're just so sweet. All the details, it's amazing. And thank goodness I'm in that season of life where it's just nice to always have some welcome baby cards on hand that I can give and send out. This one's my favorite, actually. I love the yellow with the little flowers. A precious new baby. Oh, so cute. And then this one's adorable too. I like how it says, best wishes to you, all caps, and baby. Nice to include the parents because, of course, it's a journey. And then also found these pendant banners with some Florida beach towns. I love a pendant banner, and these like definitely have some age to them, which is pretty neat. So we have these. I don't know exactly where I was planning to put them. Probably just in my son's room for now. And what's nice about these, you can just put them on the wall with a push pin, so you can easily move them around as you see fit. But yeah, as much as I love staying at home, truly more than anything, it is nice to get out, see the sunshine a bit, see the world a bit. But speaking of the world, it just feels so heavy and broken. And I feel like there's just been many reminders recently of that just friction and brokenness of our world. And yeah, it's a heavy burden and a heavy weight to carry. And I really love to keep this channel so like positive and light and wholesome. Really, that's what I feel necessary for me to do and what I feel like I'm supposed to do. And I personally crave that kind of content, especially when I'm hoping for a reprieve from certain realities. So that's what I always try to do. But I just wanted to mention, it felt right to mention, because I will get asked sometimes like, oh, how do you stay so positive? Do you have bad days? And of course I do. We all do. I have terrible days, but I am constantly praying for myself, but also for my loved ones, for a sound mind, a peaceful, joyful heart. And protecting our mind and heart also feels very important. And of course, my faith in God is the core of everything. So my true north, if you will, and that makes all the difference in my life. But just wanted to let you know I'm hugging you all with my whole heart, because I know I'm not the only one feeling the heaviness and brokenness, but I also know I'm not the only one that wants to share love and positivity and continue on that good work. So yeah, just wanted to mention that. But we're gonna try to keep things as light as possible continuously. And personally, I've been actively trying to spend less time on my phone, on social media. I love to listen to books and stuff on my phone and watch videos and whatnot, but I really have been trying to actively get that screen time down and use my hands more, like in those spare moments when I would just kind of scroll a bit, trying to, oh, could I work on a craft on my list? Could I make something yummy for my family? Really trying to hone that in, because I feel like that makes all the difference just in my mind and life. So we are going to work on some crafts today, cook something yummy. I do have a project on the list that I'm hoping to accomplish. I don't think it'll take too long, but I want to create a little an outdoor mushroom table and chair set for my son. He's maybe a little too small for it right now, but basically just an outdoor activity table where he can eat, do crafts, play, but it'll look like a mushroom, hopefully. So we have that, and then thawing out some salmon to cook for dinner. I really want to start making some fall flavors. I made pumpkin oatmeal yesterday morning, which was delicious. We have some leftovers. I basically just made steel cut oats, put some pumpkin puree and maple syrup and pecans on it. So yummy. But I do want to brainstorm like a full flavors of fall video, which we've made in the past, but I want to start making a lot more of those coming up. But excited to work on a couple things. Oh, one little craft that we did make yesterday is this little apple footprint baby craft. It's so cute. You're the apple of my eye. I feel like I've been really into apples this fall. I feel like I keep seeing apples and like listening to songs about apples and seeing apple themed decor, and I absolutely hope we can go apple picking, but we should make some apple themed recipes too. I'm trying to think how I can make the salmon autumnal flavored, but I feel like fish in general just doesn't, it's summery, but I don't know, we'll brainstorm. My favorite things in all of my life is how pretty much every time I sit down, this precious creature moseys his way over to come cuddle. I can't even explain like the warm fuzzies that fills me with. He's a good scruffy puppy. Anyways, I want to go work on my little outdoor table, but I also, like I mentioned, this is my first time getting dressed in my outfit all week. I don't really want to change to my just craft outfit and get all sweaty outside yet. So we're just working on some computer work and getting organized, digitally organized, I should say. And I want to thank Squarespace for partnering with me for this portion of today's video. I love Squarespace. I have used their platform for over a decade and have been fortunate enough to work with them for about 5 years now, so very, very thankful for that. And if you're unaware of Squarespace, they have a beautiful user-friendly platform to help you create your website and visually share your thoughts, your works, your life, whether that be a business you have or your personal brand and content. They really help equip you with those tools to kind of build out that space. Some features that I specifically enjoy about Squarespace are their SEO tools, which means every website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions, auto-generated sitemap, and more, which helps you show up more often in search engines and bring up more of your ideal customers. And you can also purchase your website domain through Squarespace, which is what I did. Squarespace also has the tools to help build your brand into a revenue stream. If that's something you're interested in, whether it be digital or physical products, they have all of those tools, which is helpful, again, that you're able to built that out within their platform. So they have lots of amazing features. And if you're interested in building out a website for yourself, you can head to squarespace.com/ALLISON to save 10% on your first purchase of a website or a domain. I actually just confirmed on my website in the travel portion. I wanted to make sure before talking about it, but I did make an autumn in Vermont list of all the places that we went. I know that's a super popular autumn trip, so I wanted to let you know in case you're ever able to make your way there during fall, which is a beautiful bucket list trip. I have all the places that we love to visit and delicious food spots on there. I also have quite a bit of other destinations, so just letting you know if you're ever interested in that. I made a little snack, cucumber feta salad. I put some cucumbers feta, obviously, and then olive oil, apple cider vinegar, salt and pepper. Lemon juice would also be good, but you know, one less ingredient, keeping it simple. And then snacking on a grapefruit as well. I usually feed Wells a grapefruit after his nap, so I'm getting it ready for him. We used to do oranges every day, but we haven't found good oranges recently. I believe citrus is more of a winter harvest time, so kind of holding out hope for some good oranges coming up, but grapefruit is yummy as well. I usually cut it the other way and then use a spoon, but I cut it into little bites for him. Also, I have to give a shout out to my current press-on nails. I've had these for 9 days now, and they have really done me well. Only 2 of them I've had to replace, which for press-on nails, that's pretty good. But yeah, 9 days, and on the package it says it lasts up to 7 days, so they kind of over-delivered. Something that has been on my reading list for quite some time are reading the Bronte sisters books. I've had this collection for a couple years now, but I haven't even read any of them, I'm ashamed to admit. A lot of people read their work in school. I don't remember reading any of their books in school, but I absolutely want to read them. I actually should read a book about them because they're just fascinating. They are novelists and poets, 3 sisters that were, I'm probably messing up some of their histories, so please fact check me, but my understanding, they're 3 sisters in the 1800s, and they would write under male pen names because, you know, it was frowned upon to be women in literature. But anyways, they're coming out with a modernized Wuthering Heights movie, which I watched the trailer. Looks steamy. It's coming out on Valentine's Day, so we have a bit of time, but I'm thinking it'd be fun to read this like in winter time. January feels like a cozy time to cozy up with this book, and then do a book club and then go see the movie. But look how beautiful this cover is. I love the design of it, and I'm excited to dive into this. I think I'm gonna I'm finishing this parenting book that I've loved, Habits of the Household, and then I'm debating if I want to just dive into this or do Lord of the Rings. Important decisions. Okay, I did something out of the box and I made a creamy salmon, which just felt a little more appropriate as we get into the cooler months. I want to create and cook more warming dishes. But yeah, I've never done a creamy salmon before, and I followed a recipe, but I didn't have like a good chunk of the ingredients, so I went rogue. It called for salsa verde. I didn't have that. It called for a shallot, but I didn't have that, so I just did a yellow onion. It called for, what else? There were quite a few things. Oh, it called for thyme, but I used some oregano from the garden. So yeah, I basically created my own version and just hoping that it's yummy. We also have some fries and garlic aioli left over from yesterday's dinner. fixing myself a cup of chamomile tea with some honey. It has been my favorite lately. I really like teas that bode well with the honey. I was sipping the mother's milk tea quite a bit, which I still like to drink sometimes. It has fennel in it, which apparently helps with lactation, but I really enjoy the flavor with honey. It has to be with honey. Without honey, I don't love it. So I guess I really like the flavor with honey, but it adds a good little contrast to have more of more herbaceous taste with the honey. But yes, brewing a cup of tea. The salmon was yummy. I think I would make it again. It was nice, even though I didn't even follow the recipe. I want to make it again fully following the recipe because I feel like that'll be even more delicious. But it was a yummy meal and I'm feeling tired, so I'm just gonna take this tea up, read in bed, leave my phone downstairs so I can't even do any scrolling or anything. Just my tea, my books. I think I'm gonna do some poem books tonight. And my puppy cuddling me. That's what I'm craving. Also, after raving about my press-on nails, I did peel them off after dinner because they really were hanging by a thread, but lasting 9 days with only 2 replacements, pretty good. This poetry book is by Tess Gunnery. She is an Australian poet and I love her work. This one is really resonating with me, so figured I would share. Sometimes a stream of consciousness is best streamed upward rather than outward. Sometimes it's prayer that should be our safe place to share. Not all thoughts need to fall upon the ears and shoulders of another. Mule, wrestle, seek in the hidden places, where grace covers all brokenness and the arrows of unhealed thoughts can fly about without poking eyes out along the way. Dare to let wisdom shape the arrows into daisies so that the undertone of our sounds may be girded with heaven. And it's here we can face the hardest of conflicts, sometimes without speaking a single word, large or small. I just got home from yoga and this is the most pitiful oatmeal serving ever, but I wanted to show you how I do it so you get the gist. I just made one batch of oatmeal a couple of days ago, but I gave most of it to my son this morning and I need to make a fresh batch, but might as well finish this off and then I'm gonna make like a true egg breakfast after, but a little sweetness sounds nice. So I have the oatmeal. Did I put chia seeds in the oatmeal? I actually don't think I did, but that would be yummy. And then I simply put some pumpkin puree and some pecan halves, cinnamon, dash of sea salt, and some maple syrup to taste. Okay, I finally want to work on the mushroom table today, and I kind of just set all the materials out, but I fear the mushroom table is a little too tall. It's not terrible, but for a little wee one, it's too tall. So I'm going to consult my handyman husband and see if we can cut the plastic pot down a bit, probably about 5 inches. I mean, I want it to be obviously meant for kids and safe for kids, so we'll see. Hopefully our circular saw would work for that, but I don't know if we have the right blade. Okay, we did it. We originally tried with the circular saw and it didn't work, but the jigsaw did the trick, so thankful. And then we installed 2 screws from the bottom of the pot so that you just can't really see it from the top of the wood, and it feels quite sturdy. I was thinking of using, what is it called, hard as nail, I think it's a type of glue, to glue it before screwing it in, but I just wanted to avoid using that, and it feels very sturdy. So now for the true fun part, painting it. I wish I found white stools. I'm actually kind of regretting getting these stools in general. I kind of wish I did the pots with the wood top instead, but I was just thinking maybe like having it more lightweight, and I love wood, but when we are working with outdoor things, you know, it doesn't always last the longest. So I'm hopeful the tabletop will last a long time, but hopefully the plastic stools will be here for the long haul. Now for the fun part of painting. We have some leftovers from last night, but we needed some more substance, so I made these sweet potato pancakes. I've made latkes before with regular potatoes, but I'm excited to try these. They look and smell amazing. The sunsets have been so beautiful lately. I've been trying to catch them because they're just phenomenal. So stunning. I'm gonna try to do some more work on the table tonight, some moonlight crafting, which I also should do more of because it feels really nice at dusk lately. So I'm gonna try to finish the table, not tonight. I don't think I'll get to it tonight because I want to do another coat of the red for the wood section, especially just to kind of help it weather all the crazy Florida storms and whatnot. And then I'll do the white little polka dots and the legs, and I'll show you the finished product. But I'm gonna sign off for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I truly hope you all are well, and I'm excited to see you next.